See, lift this up a little bit. Let me see if the lighting, how the lighting look. Just, you don't have to fit, like, just lift the leg up. Let me see. The lighting is definitely better, but put it down.
Ooh, I saw it.
What
I saw
did you
it
see?
turn. Like it was like a filter came on. I saw it was like a filter came on. Like
It's better, but I'm scared. I'm scared that it's gonna overheat. You can put it back the way it was. Cause I'm afraid of that sun. Come stand right here in front of the phone and see
put
if,
it back all the way the way it was, or this
like
way.
right there, right there. Let me see. Yeah, right there. Oh, it's perfect, perfect. Okay, it's perfect. Hey, Dazel. I'm so sorry, y'all. My phone actually overheated. My phone overheated, so because it was directly in the sun. Let me turn my computer back. Whew. My phone. Yep, my phone did. It overheated. It definitely overheated. It definitely overheated. I didn't even realize it was gonna be that hot out here today. I would have brought my plants out so that they could start to harden off. Cause my plants desperately need the sun. I had no idea it was gonna overheat. Thanks, babe. So my husband just brought like the canopy thing for to like get the sun away from my phone. So I hope y'all can still see me though. Hey Maureen, my phone overheated. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that it just like went off like that. But thank you guys for coming back. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. Oh my gosh. Y'all see how terrible these looks? Like they look so terrible. Some of them are not gonna make it. Some of them are not gonna make it. But it's all good. I have so many. I have so many. I'm not even gonna complain. I have so many. I'm grateful that I have any. Oh my gosh. My husband just um my husband just put like a canopy on top and it already feels so much better. Oh my gosh, like y'all saw how I'm sweating up in here. Jeez Louise, this is giving me like flashback of last year, um, summer, being out here. System attention, life has been meant to end for you again. I'm gonna block you, system. I am going to report you. But oh my gosh, I don't even remember what we were talking about because I was so freaking hot. I was so hot. But yeah, so Home Depot. What? Oh yeah, we were talking about soil and the best places to get soil, like to get a bang for your buck, to get it in like a bulk amount. I think Facebook Marketplace is one of the best ways to go. And honestly, I feel like Facebook needs to pay me at this point because I promote Facebook Marketplace so much, and that's because I use it quite a lot. If you're somebody that's gardening on a budget, because gardening can get extremely expensive, Facebook Marketplace is your best friend, as well as joining gardening groups in your area. Join gardening groups in your area and then also gardening groups that's within your zone. So like me, I'm in zone 8A. So I'm in a gardening group for zone like 7 to 8A. Um, and you know, like just gardening group spirit is just a great resource for somebody who is just starting out on their gardening journey and you have a lot of questions, especially within your area and the type of weather that you have in your area. There might be some more people that have more expertise on what your specific zone is like and whatever it is, questions that you may have. So, you know, like if you're watching everything else, you know, most of the time it would be like generalized of like the general rule of thumb in gardening. But if you really want to get like specific information within your specific area, I think a great place to start is definitely Facebook gardening groups within your area. Y'all, let me tell you, The amount of bees that is out is not even funny. There are so many bees out right now. Like they're like the bumblebees. They're so happy to come out this spring. I don't blame them though. I'm happy they're here. I love seeing the bees because you know what that means? That means that I'm gonna have a bountiful harvest because if you see a lot of bees in your garden, they're there to work. And bees love to work, okay? That's their job. They love to work. They like they like doing things for you. They want to help your garden thrive. So don't be afraid of them. Bees are actually very friendly, and unless you mess with them, they don't mess with you if you don't mess with them. Yo, while I was another thing that I noticed about this soil that I'm not happy about that I just found is a stone. So I just found a stone in here, and that's the reason why I would never use this type of soil to actually start my seeds, because things like stones and big wood chips, you could possibly find them in there. But still, like, I still don't mind using it for uppotting my plants, but you just have to be mindful that when you are uppotting your plants, you want to feel around. Make sure you're not finding like a bunch of big old stones or wood chips in there. But oh my gosh, I am so happy my husband came to save the day. It feels so much better out here. I don't know what the lighting is like because he's definitely blocking the sun with like a canopy. But whew, I feel so much better. Like I'm not sweating like a pig out here. Like you guys are normally used to seeing me when I'm out in that garden. I be sweating like crazy. This just give me like a glimpse on what summer is about to be like. But y'all, all of the plants that you see here, not all of them, but like these right here, I think this one definitely, I don't think it's gonna make it, but we'll see. Once I'm treating them right and giving them what they need, it's possible that they'll bounce back. But like I said, I'm not too worried. Y'all already seeing like all my healthy plants are in the house. But also, I have started the hardening process. Yesterday, I took all of the plants outside for a few hours and then I brought them back in the house. So I have already started the hardening process for my peppers, and I'm excited. And I think I told y'all in the last stream that I already started my tomato seeds. And oh yeah, that's what we were talking about. Another thing that we were talking about was how to like get plants that, let's say if you're late to starting the seeds, like for me, I want to grow a ton of herbs because I cook with a lot of herbs. I love herbs. I use them for teas. I cook them in my food, and herbs take a very very long time to grow. So, and I haven't started any of them. So my plant, one of my plans is a lot of these peppers that I'm growing, I'm gonna use it to trade with other gardeners in my area that want to grow bell peppers and trade it with whatever they're growing. So I'm gonna try to trade with people that are growing herbs and get some of their herbs and give them some of my peppers. That's another great way for you guys to be able to try, different things as well that you want to grow. I was telling you guys that somebody from one of my gardening group, she gave me like 8 different hot peppers from like different countries, and I'm really really excited about growing them um, this year. I'm really excited because what I'm excited about is growing them and then harvesting the seeds so I could be able to grow them next year. So I'm really excited about that. I will let you guys know all the different peppers that I got. I'll let you guys know probably in like a different video because I can't even remember. But it was like 8 different peppers, and then um, I gave her 8 of my bell peppers. Alrighty. So these peppers. These are like the small. These are the mini bell peppers. So these ones are the mini bell peppers. So they're like cute. I don't know if y'all saw it. I think I did like what is it called, like a short of these peppers, like what they look like. They're like this really small bell peppers. They're crunchy, they're really sweet and delicious. They are so yummy. They are so yummy, y'all. They are so yummy. So that's what these peppers are, and I am done with that. I'm about to let it go sit in the sun for a little bit. I'm about to show y'all where I have it sitting at real quick. Let me get some water. Alrighty, y'all. Let me show you guys where I'm going to be hosting these, and then I am going to water them and let the sun hit them a little bit. Let me show y'all. Let me show you guys. So this is where I have it sitting. I have this little, what is this called? Like a shelving. It's like a plastic shelving. Definitely got this on Facebook Marketplace also. And so I'm just gonna water them. I'm watering them from the top this time, but after that I'm gonna be watering it from the bottom once the roots get established. I just want to make sure that they all have enough water. Make sure they all have enough water. For those of you that are just now joining us, first of all, thanks for liking the live. I appreciate you. Where you guys watching from? I know where Donzel is watching from. I know where Maureen is watching from. Where the rest of you guys watching from? What are you growing? What seeds have you started? What seeds do you want to start if you haven't started? And y'all, I am going to be hardening them off out here. I was doing it on my patio, which I probably am going to continue doing it on my patio, because when you're hardening your plants, when you first start bringing them outside, remember they're your babies. They're not used to the new world yet, okay? When you first have a baby, you don't just expose it to the world right away, right? You try to gradually expose it to the world so that it doesn't get sick and it could get well acclimated little by little. So that's how you treat your plants. Your plants are your babies. You started them inside. They have no idea what it feels like to be outside. So you want to gently acclimate them to the outside world by bringing them outside for a couple of hours a day, and then start off with putting them in like a shaded area that get a little bit of sun throughout the day. And then, after a few days, you can start putting them under direct sunlight. You start putting them under direct sunlight, and then after that, after like a week, you can really start leaving them outside until you are ready to actually transplant them into the garden. New York City in the house. New York City, I haven't started yet. Wow. What do you want to grow? Do you plan on starting from seed, or do you plan on going to the nursery and purchasing some seedlings? Because I'm not sure what zone you're in, but I can imagine that the zones you're in is probably colder because you're in the north. And I'm in Maryland, and my zone is 8A, and our weather here is definitely temporal. So I wonder what zone. Do you know what zone you're in New York, and where you want to grow? And that's another thing. If you're just starting out and you feel like you're a little behind and you haven't started your seeds or anything, like, don't worry. If you have to purchase seedlings this time around, and then plan better for next year, go ahead. And sometimes, honestly, I would say definitely try to start from a seedling, just so you can see how to grow the plant and see all of the things that you're about to be dealing with before you actually invest into starting a whole bunch of seeds, because you don't want to be overwhelmed. You don't want to overwhelm yourself. Maureen said my rosemary didn't make it. Hmm. Yeah, rosemary is definitely a really tough. Herbs period are really tough to grow because they take forever. Honestly, I would tell people to start like their herbs in like January if they wanted to get like to a decent size by May. So like you will have to start your herbs like extremely early. That's the reason why I'm like, I feel like I'm so behind. But like I said, I'm not. Last year I stressed out a lot about a lot of things. I'm not doing that this year. I'm actually, tell daddy. So I'm not going to stress out a lot this year because I feel like I got it down pat, for the things that I grow well. The things I grow well are peppers and tomatoes, and amongst other things. So I already know, like, you'll see I have like a gazillion pepper, and my plan is to trade with other people. You know, my plan is to trade with other people that are growing other things that I want to grow. And that's why I love gardening groups. And if you guys have not joined my gardening group yet, please don't forget to join my gardening group. I'm going to put it in the chat if you guys would like to join a gardening group and let us know your journey on your growth. Yo, why did I think I was done? I'm not done. I'm nowhere near done. But I thought I had a pen. Oh, I do have a pen. I thought I was done with the small, tiny peppers, but I am nowhere near done. Nowhere near done. Let me put my gardening group in the chat for you guys that would like to join my gardening group. I post a lot of what I'm doing, like on a day-to-day basis, what it really looking like. If you guys would like live updates of my gardening and stuff like that. So let me show y'all what it looks like. Alrighty. I'm gonna put it in the zero. Yeah, rosemary. Things like rosemary and lavender. Oh my god, they take forever. They take forever to grow. Oh my gosh, they take forever to grow. And so, to be honest with y'all, this year I plan on trading a lot of my plants for a lot of herbs, and then I'm still gonna, start some herbs. But I plan on trading a lot with people who is growing a lot of it, and then even with like flowers, I plan on trading with people that are growing flowers because in your garden you also want to have a ton of flowers. If you have like a vegetable garden, you want to make sure you have a lot of flowers that the bees love, that pollinators love. You want something to attract the pollinators to your garden because you want the pollinators in your garden to pollinate whatever it is that you're growing so you can have an abundance of harvest. So you want to make sure that you also have like a ton of flowers that's like, mixed within your garden so that the bees can be attracted to them and then they could be there and then pollinate whatever it is that you're growing. And things like peppers and tomatoes, they have flowers and they need to be pollinated. So, you know, the bees, they love those flowers, but they need to find a reason to come into your garden. So you want to plant things that they're attracted to. When you post in your group, I'm not able to click on it. Really? Really? Are you serious? That's weird. Maureen, I'm gonna look into that. I'll look into that for you. That's weird. That is so weird. I'll look into that for you. I wonder why you can't. I wonder why you can't click on it. Hey, Fox Amata. Hey, girl. Hey. Hey. Thanks for being on here with me today. I'm not able to either. Really? Are you talking about the okay, so are you guys talking about the link? So the link that I just posted in the chat, you guys are not able to click on it? Oh, that's weird. Okay, so let me try this. Maybe I'm in like the professional dashboard and that's why you can't click on it. So let me get out of the professional dashboard and see if there's a way I could share this. Let me actually go in there and try to share a post with you all from in there and then see what happens. And then see, because it's a public group. It's a public group. Let's see, let me copy this link. I'm going to put a different link in here. Oh, Donzel, thank you so much for putting him in timeout. Thank you for putting system. I actually okay, so I just put a new link in there. Can you guys let me know if that works for you all? Can you let me know if this link works better for you all? Thank you, Donzel, because system was a troll up in here, and we don't do trolls. Donzel, do you remember when I used to go live when I was cooking? when I used to be cooking on live on Sundays, and system was one of the people that used to come in there and would put like a billion messages about how my YouTube channel is about to be shut down, and they're like acting like they were working for YouTube. I'm like, what is wrong with these people? Oh my gosh, the link is still not working. That is really strange, y'all. Okay, so now that I know, what I'm wondering is if that's the same issues people are having on when I leave the link in the description of my videos. Because, but the crazy thing is, Hannah, you guys know Hannah Wanna. She's not on here today, but Hannah Wanna, I've gotten quite a few of you guys from YouTube that have joined on here. So I don't know. I've gotten quite a few of you that have joined. That is so strange. There's quite a few, like Hannah Wanna have joined my garden group. There's a AG joined my garden group. There's quite a few of you that have joined it. That is so strange. I'll figure it out and I'm gonna let you guys know. Okay, thank you guys so much for letting me know. I appreciate it. That means other people are probably having issues. Can you add the link to your YouTube shop? No, I can't. I can't add the. I have the link in my bio on my YouTube channel, like in my bio. I have the link, but also that could possibly mean that you guys still are having issues, because I put the link in all of the description of my videos. I can put it in the description of this one right now because I'm currently live. But that is so weird. Okay, I will. Well, Famada, I will send it to you personally, and then Maureen, I'll figure it out and see what the issue is and get that information to all of you guys. Thank you guys for letting me know, because what that tells me is that other people are having issues. You guys are not the only one having issues. But I wonder what Hannah Wanna had to do to join it, because Hannah Wanna, she's on here, you know, she's one of my day ones on here that subscribed to the channel, and she is in the group. Like she and some other people from on here that's on here with us all the time. She's in a group. I wonder how she did it. But I appreciate you guys so much for letting me know. That's kind of sucks. That kind of sucks. But yes, y'all, so that's pretty much Maureen, I'm not sure how big your garden is, but if you have like a big garden, not necessarily so big, but if you have like quite a few raised beds and you're growing a ton of things, I really think Facebook Marketplace is a great resource for you to get soil and, you know, save on that. Doing it from my apartment. Oh yes, I forgot your balcony. Okay, so you definitely don't need to go on Facebook Marketplace, especially if it's like a small balcony and you don't need a lot of soil. You don't need to go, because on Facebook Marketplace they sell it by the cubic yard, and it's quite a bit of soil. It's quite a bit for sure. It's quite a bit. But oh my gosh, I was in there today. When I tell you guys, so for some of you guys that don't know, Home Depot is on sale right now. This soil, they have like a lot of soil. They're selling them for like $3 for $10. But honestly, to be honest with you all, I feel like it is the bag is like a 0.75 cubic feet. I don't think that's enough soil. I think you're better off going to a place like Costco and possibly Sam's. I don't have a Sam's Club card, but one of the things that I do plan on doing is getting like a temporary Sam's Club card, just to go check on the prices and let you guys and come back and report to you guys and let you know what the prices are like in Sam's for like soil and fertilizers. I'm gonna probably do that next week, because people really like the video of me going around town, prancing around, trying to figure out how much things cost, which I totally get, because we are trying to save, okay? Because gardening can be really expensive, and wherever we can save a buck, I'm there for you. So I'm gonna do that, but I really think your best bet is definitely going to a place like Costco. This soil I'm using is a great, even though this is potting soil, I think for you, Maureen, I think this is great for you because you're growing in a container and you're growing in grow bags and and things like that, this is great soil for you because it's light and airy, it's breathable, and it's not like as thick as topsoil. Topsoil, you have to have like a container that can be well drained because it is a very heavy and thick soil. So if you're growing in containers, you want to use like this type of soil, like soil that can do this. If you're able to do this with your soil, it's great soil to grow in your container. It's great soil to grow, in your with container plants. But if you're growing in ground and raised beds, you could totally use topsoil. But you want to mix your topsoil with like compost. And some people use mushroom compost. I've never used it, and I think I might buy some this year. And also, I'm gonna use my like what I used last year. I used what is it called? Last year I used um, leaf compost with topsoil. So this year, I've heard a lot of great things about mushroom compost. So I'm gonna check. I'm gonna try it out this year. So pray for me, y'all. And if it doesn't work out for me, I'm gonna curse everybody that told me to use it. I'm just kidding. But I'll report to y'all and let y'all know how it worked out. All right, so this is all our mini bell peppers. I thought we was done, y'all. We still got two more of the mini bell peppers, and then I have to go to the regular bell peppers. I have to go to the regular bell peppers. But yeah, they're on sale. Take advantage of the deal. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of the sales. This is their spring sale because I promise y'all, as we get closer to garden season, things are going to get more expensive. Um, so try to take advantage of what they got going on. But I think this is good soil to use in like a grow bag or a like a pot in a container. Do y'all hear the birds trying to compete with my voice out here? They trying to let me know they still out here. They ain't going nowhere. And I know they plotting for my grapes. Once I'm done with this, I'm about to go show you guys my grape plant really quickly to show y'all like how it's flowering, and then we're about to get back. Actually, I'm about to go show you guys right now since I'm done with this. So I'm about to put this in the sun, let it get a little bit of sun for a little bit, and then I'll go show you guys what my grape plant is looking like. Yo, my grapes are looking good. They are starting to flower. Oh my God, y'all. We are gonna have some grapes this year again. But the only issue that I'm having though is that y'all hear all these birds out here trying to compete with my voice. They are plotting on my grapes, y'all. Last year they had a time. Them and their entire generation was out here, like had a whole Thanksgiving meal around my grapes. Oh my goodness, it was crazy. Oh, thanks, Famada. Yes, that's one of the reasons why I love doing this out here. I'm so happy that the weather permits me to be out here today to do this. Don't forget, y'all, you have to label all of your plants or you're going to be out of luck when it's time to plant them. Oh my gosh, of course this is not going to be working. All right, we have that. And remember, you guys can get these labels out of my Amazon store. The link is in all of the description of my videos. I love these labels. They come, it's like about 200 of them that come in the bag, which is quite a lot, but I need all of them. So these are the mini bell peppers. If you guys know how delicious them mini bells are, they're so good. They're really good like in salads. All right, I'm about to put this out here and then I'm about to show you guys my grapes. But here they are. These are our mini bells. I'm about to let them get some sun. I'm about to let them get a little bit of sun. And then I'll show you guys the grapes and then we'll continue uppotting our plants. Let me take you guys to the yard. Take you guys to go see the grapes. Where you get that big light from? I got it from Amazon. Are you talking about the light that I use in my the light that I use to for over my plants. I put it in my Amazon store. By the way, I think I told you, I wrote you and told you that it's in my Amazon store. I got it linked under photography lights. So if you want to go, if you go to my Amazon store, you'll see it's under photography lights and you'll see it. But y'all, look at the grapes. Look at the grapes. Look at the flowers. Do y'all see these flowers? I just want y'all to know all of these flowers are about to produce grapes. I have flowers everywhere, everywhere. This is where I have my grapes growing. So this is the one that produced grapes last year. And this is where the birds and their entire generation came to congregate and ate all of my grapes. And I had to put them in those like mini, what is it? Those bags. What are those bags called? Organza bags. I had to hide my grapes in those organza bags, and I think I'm gonna have to do that this year because they are going to come, because I think I'm gonna get a ton of grapes. As you can see on my trellis, they're growing like all up there, so I'm gonna have grapes hanging all up here, y'all. I cannot wait to see what this is gonna look like this year. It is going to be so beautiful because this entire thing is going to be filled with a lot of lush like leaves and grapes and everything. And then remember last year I had my cantaloupes on this side of the trellis. Well, I don't know if y'all remember, but I had some grapes in a container that I was growing. I decided to put it in the ground, so it's in the ground right now and they're already flowering. Look at them. Look at them. They grew so beautifully. The flowers are coming in. So these grapes are going to be all the way up here, and then these are coming. So these are like Concord grapes, you know, the regular Concord grapes. They're really, really sweet. I love Concord grape juice, and I used to think that Welch's Concord juice is like one of my favorite, and I used to think they put a lot of sugar in it. But y'all, these grapes are actually really sweet. They're that sweet. They taste like sugar is in them. And then these ones, they are like regular yellow grapes. I can't remember what kind of yellow grapes, but they're like yellow grapes. I know that these are yellow grapes, I believe. And then these are the Concord grapes. Let me show you guys. I don't want to show y'all my garden because it looks terrible and I haven't cleaned it yet, but it is what it is. I'll show you guys in another video because I want to clean this up with y'all. But y'all, look at this right here. Look at this. Do you know I have not planted any cilantro? This is the bed that I had my tomatoes in. If y'all remember, I had tomatoes, you know, going over here. And then over here, I had basil, cilantro, oregano. What is this? I think this was, this is not lavender. It's the other one. Rosemary. I had rosemary in here. But y'all, look. So this came back. I guess some of the seeds fell back in here when it went to seeds. I have these seeds in my Etsy store, like the coriander seeds. So when they went to seeds, I guess some of them fell in here because it came back, y'all. Can y'all believe it came back? I need to harvest this so more can come. And by the way, things like these, like parsley and cilantros, they want you to like cut it so that more can come. Like, so don't be afraid to cut it. More is going to come from the bottom. Even if you like snip the whole thing off, more is going to come, and it's going to come very bushy, like way more. But y'all, look at the oregano. I have oregano coming in here. So I have more oregano coming in that I did not plant. So I guess when it went to seed, it just, I mean, as you can see, I haven't cleaned it up yet. So it probably went to seed and fell back in there. And I'm totally okay with that because one of the things that I tell you guys to do is grow your tomatoes with a lot of herbs. It literally increases the taste of the tomato. Oh my gosh, like the taste is like, it's just on a different level. Tomatoes love to be grown with herbs. Not only are you protecting your tomatoes away from those nasty squirrels, those evil squirrels. Yeah, they love to dig up in your beds, but they do not like the smell of herbs. So I had a ton of herbs in here. As you can see, I need to fill this up. I need to top this up with some more soil. I'm going to try to get the soil to go up, come back up top as much as possible. But you don't need too much soil in here. Tomatoes, they don't root. They don't need, you know, that deep of a root. You know, it doesn't need to go that deep. It's still going to grow. So that's fine, but I need to add more because as you can see, the roots started to expose right here. So I think I'm gonna put the soil to come at least up here this year. But y'all, so I had my strawberries. I had some strawberries in here. So this is strawberries right here. As you can see, I haven't cleaned it up from last year. Guess what, y'all? If you grow strawberries, then you know how much they spread. Look at this. This is strawberries all down here. They rooted down here. Now it's going like inside of my garden. The strawberries rooted all down here, like it's going all back there. So my plan is to leave it alone. I'm gonna allow the strawberries to grow here so it can distract the animals away from the actual plants that I don't want them to touch. So this year my plan is to just do stuff like that, like just grow like random stuff in places. Like I plan on growing some pumpkins and stuff like that, like on the side over there away from my garden, and allow the squirrels and their friends to hang out over there and stay away from my garden. But this is my herb bed. I see, so I had rosemary in here and I see that it's coming back. Actually, this is lavender. This is lavender right here, and I see that it is coming back. So I'm going to just cut off the rest of these, like the dead ones, and it's coming back. And I see some oregano down here, but yes, y'all, the garden look crazy for now, but it's gonna get cleaned up next week. My plan is to clean up as much as possible, and I'm also planning to change up the style of my garden. I'm planning on like bringing more garden beds in here, so I'll have that video for you guys just to show you guys like the entire process. But just wanted to show you guys my beautiful grapes. They are really flowering and it's very exciting. Very, very exciting. I cannot wait for you guys to see what it's gonna look like. Oh, one more thing. So my grapes are very viney plant. They want to hold on to something, so you want to grow it vertically. But my God, when I tell you they will latch on to anything, like look, they started extending their roots over here, their vines over here. So now it's on my fence. Look at it. It's like growing all here, and I have flowers coming too. So this year my neighbors are gonna have grapes coming on their side as well, so they get to have some grapes. And I don't know if they want some grapes, but they're gonna get some grapes. And then y'all, that's my blueberry bush. What I've learned is that blueberries, you need two plants so that they could pollinate each other. So my plan is to get another blueberry and put it right here. So I'm gonna have another blueberry and put it right here. So if y'all remember last year, I had my bitter leaf growing in here, and that's it right there. I'm gonna remove it and just let this be like my blueberry and like exotic plants area. So that's what I'll do with this side. But alrighty, y'all, let's go finish this uppotting because it's a lot and I don't have a lot of time. So I just wanted to give you guys like a slight little tour of the garden and show you guys what it's looking like so far. Show you guys what my grapes are looking like. They are doing really, really well, and I haven't had to do anything, y'all. I haven't done anything. I haven't fertilized. I haven't done anything. Are you guys growing any fruits this year? Are you guys also, Maureen, I know you're growing like on your patio a really good fruit that you could grow on your patio is you could grow cantaloupe and you could grow watermelon, even though uh they have like a lot of vines. It's a very viney plant and it requires space. But if you grow it vertically, even though you're on your patio, you could get like a trellis and put it on your patio and create like a really like the trellis, like the one that I have. You don't have to get that specific one, but I know there are some where that's like on Amazon, I think, and it's like an arbor, like those like really pretty like arch looking thing, and you can really grow. You can grow your tomatoes on them because tomatoes is also a great viney plant that to grow vertically. You can grow them on there too. Thanks, Lynette. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I wanted to take like a quick break. I wanted to take a quick break and show you guys what is going on in the garden. Huh? You guys can go to Rowan's yard. I can come over here, okay? I just wanted to show you guys what's all happening in the back. In the back. All right, y'all. So these are the regular bell peppers, I think. See? What in the world? I should have a label in here and I don't see it. But I think these are the regular bell peppers. If it's not, oh well. It's bell. I know it's bell pepper, so I'm not sure if it's the regular one or the large ones. Either way, it's bell peppers. At least I know that. At least I know that much. Are you guys growing any fruit? Let me know in the comments if you're just now joining us. Can you let me know where you're watching from? Let me know what you're growing or what you intend to grow. Have you started any seeds? What is happening? What's all the happenings? And if you are growing stuff already, if you already started your seeds, when do you intend to transplant them into the garden? And I'm sorry about the noise, you guys. My kids are playing with their friends. Lynette said, I had planted a Fuji apple tree, which is planted near my neighbor's apple tree for pollination. That's amazing. That is amazing. Fuji apples are so delicious. So I don't know if y'all seen my shorts or whatever, but your girl went and got an apple tree. It was not my intention to buy an apple tree. I've always wanted an apple tree because my kids, that's one of their favorite fruits. They love bananas and apples. So bananas, apples, and strawberry. So I'm already growing strawberries for them. And so I was like, okay, so peach, I have like a small little peach tree that I'm growing. And I went to the store, I think yesterday or the day before yesterday. Actually, it might have been yesterday. I don't know what I went to get, but I went to get something that had nothing to do with plants. And I stumbled across the garden center per usual. And I saw the apple tree. I was like, oh my gosh, it's like God telling me I need to buy an apple tree. So I got an apple tree, brought it home. I posted it in my garden group. And people were like, girl, you might want to check to see if this is the variety that needs pollination. Because I know that they said like the grafted apple trees, they don't need pollination. I had no clue that, I knew that if there are flowers, they need to be pollinated, but I just thought they needed to be pollinated by bees only. But apparently, a lot of these apple trees need to be pollinated by another apple tree. So when I just thought that, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna sleep this apple tree. So my husband, he's like, oh, another thing. She bought another thing. But guess what? I found out that I needed to buy another apple tree. But today I went and got the other apple tree. So I'm growing the red delicious apple, and then I'm growing the yellow delicious apple. That's what it's called. I have no idea what that means, but we are gonna find out if it's really delicious. But that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. You have some them Fuji apples. They're so nice and crisp. My excuse me, y'all. My plan is to go to like the nursery and see if they'll have like any bigger peach tree on sale. All right, y'all. So what the heck? If you're just not joining us and you don't know when is the best time to uppot your plants, and you didn't watch my uppotting video, one of the ways to find out if you need to uppot your plants and you can't see the roots is to look underneath whatever it is you're growing it in. And if you see the roots protruding out of whatever pot that you're using, it is time for you to uppot your plants. Also, if you uppot your plants and you see the root starts to like wrap around in a circle, it's time for you to uppot your plants. So here's what I mean by the roots protruding. So y'all see over here the roots, I don't know if y'all can see, hopefully y'all can see, y'all see the roots like protruding under here. That means it is time for you to get these bad boys up out of here. There's no more room for it to grow. As well as, I know some people, they're really concerned about, here's another way to find out when it's time to uppot your plant. So let me see if you guys can see. Yep. So right here, y'all see the roots protruding right there. It definitely, that needs to be covered by soil. So when you see that, don't think your plants are diseased. Those are roots, okay? Because I seen in a group chat, in a garden chat, somebody posted like a picture of their plants and the roots were showing, and they were so concerned. They thought it had like some type of disease. It's not a disease. It just means you need to uppot your plants, and it needs to be covered with more soil because they're receding. You want to plant watermelons? Absolutely. So watermelons are one of the easiest things to grow. Honestly, I can't believe how successful it was. But I've also come to realize that a lot of people have issues with watermelons, and I think one of the issues were trying to figure out when it is ready, which was one of my concerns last year because that was my first time growing them. It was like trying to figure out so when it's ready. So I think I have like a good hold on when it's ready. But watermelons are those type of plants that you could start indoors if you want, but you could also direct sow the seed. Meaning you don't have to start indoors, you could just plant it in a pot and it's gonna grow. But you still need to cover it up to protect it away from like the squirrels or animals and things like that. And then once it starts spreading and stuff like that, you don't need to cover it up anymore. But but yeah. What do you have any specific questions about growing watermelons? They're so easy to grow. I think watermelons, cantaloupes, and those things, I think they're really, really easy to grow. And I think things like melons are best grown vertically because it keeps it away from getting like a disease. Because you know, sometimes when you have your plants that grow, because things like watermelons, all the melons are meant to be, they're meant to be grown, you know, on the ground because they're viney plants. But I think it's best grown vertically. I think they I think they like a trellis. I feel like they thrive on the trellis because they're getting away from all the bugs and things that's on the ground that wants to bite them. And then it's also saving you a lot of headaches away from animals and things like that that want to come and eat them. But I will so you guys don't worry, like I'm growing watermelons and all of those things, and I will have specific videos on how to grow each of those plants when I do start them. I will start it with you all. So my plan this year is to start like maybe 2 watermelons indoors and then direct sow the other ones just to see, like an experiment, to see which one does better, to see which one is better. But if you are in a small space, if you're gardening in a small space, the best thing for you to maximize on the space is to grow vertically, grow up, like grow everything going upwards. That is going to save you on a lot of space because it's not growing on the ground and it's not taking up like real estate space, you know, on the floor. And in fact, you're growing it upwards. All right, y'all. So if you wasn't here earlier, this is how you when you are up potting your plants. I forgot to show you guys, but a lot of you have been on here before, so you know exactly how to do this, or you've seen like the video on me up potting my plants. You want to squeeze around your container before you pull your plants out of it because you don't want to tamper with the roots. And once you squeeze around a container, it makes it easier for you to pull it up. And once you do that, you want to like try to gently, you know, remove the soil from the roots as much as you can. This is best done when the plant is completely dry. And peppers do not mind being completely dry. They in fact do not like a lot of water. So you can do this when it's completely dry. Like, yeah, I think it's easier for the soil to get away from the roots. And once you do that, it's very easy for you to pull it apart. And there you go. It's very easy to, you know, to gently remove it. And this is only if you are this is only if you grew multiple plants in each cell tray. I did that because I have a lot of plants for all of these peppers. If this is something that you may struggle with, I suggest that you grow 1 seed per cell tray. It could be very tempting to grow multiple seeds per cell tray because it looks like the seeds are really, really tiny and they are really small. But y'all, do you see how them little seeds grow into something so mighty? Is that a word or not? Those little seeds grow into something so mighty. Aiden, where's Elle? Where's Elle? Oh, your daddy's up? Okay, good, good. And there you have it, y'all. A beautiful, beautiful plant. Famata, I don't know what your plans are, but I would love for you to come help me up pot some of these plants. Let me over here finding work for you. If you're ever so not so busy, come and up pot some plants with me, okay? And bring the baby. Let's put them to work. Let's put them to work. Do you guys have any other questions for me? This is supposed to be like a Q&A. I already gave you guys some updates. If you haven't gotten your soil yet and you're just now joining us, Home Depot is on sale. I haven't been to Costco in a few days, so I'm not sure if they're on sale. But the last time I went, they were on sale, and I got a couple of bags of these organic potting soil. I got a few. I think I got about 4 of them. So if you guys need soil, they're on sale right now. It's not guaranteed how long their sale is going to last for, so take advantage of all the sales that you can because gardening can be really expensive. And you want to save where you can. You want to save where you can. Oh, and another thing, right? When I did my uppotting video, I planted I planted the peppers like really deep, and you don't need to do that. They don't need to. You don't need to do that with pepper plants because they don't grow roots on the side like tomatoes. Tomatoes, when you are uppotting, you can plant them as deep as going, all the way up to wherever you see the true leaves. You could like deep pot them like that. But with peppers, you don't need to do that. But I just did that because I knew that these peppers were gonna get big like in a month, and I'm not trying to uppot again. After I put these in here, I'm not uppotting again. So wherever they are, when it's time to transplant, that's where it's gonna be. I do not plan on uppotting these again. But these are gonna get really, really big because I am going to transplant them in. I'm going to transplant them in May. So that's my plan. And remember, y'all, I use these to put my peppers in. You guys can get them from Home Depot for free or any nursery. Different nurseries have these, and you can get them for free. And it just makes transporting your plants, it just makes it easier to transport them back and forth. So take advantage of all the free, because we love things for free over here, or as cheap as possible. I just try to save you guys as much money as possible because this is not a cheap hobby. If you guys are just now joining us, please let us know where you're watching from, what you're growing, what you plan on growing, what seeds you have started, how is it going. And also, let me know what you were successful with last year. If you grew last year, let me know what was successful for you last year. What was successful for you last year? Is Elle with Daddy?
Yeah, inside.
Oh, she went inside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and Rowan are still gonna play.
Lynette said she started using the wet paper towel method, 3 types of squash, 2 types of tomatoes. What's that? Bantam corn, staple beans using the 3 sisters method. Okay. So the corn, squash, and then the peas. Okay, so you're gonna allow the beans to wrap around the corn and use it as a trellis. That's pretty cool. Lynette, what zone are you in? Because for me, this year, what in the world? Are those mosquitoes? So for me this year, I'm not starting my corn or my, what else did you say you were doing? I'm not starting corn indoors. I'm going to, don't get wet. You better not get wet. So my plan is to start my corn, direct sow my corn. Last year I grew a ton of corn, but the owners of the backyard decided that it was theirs and they ate it all. And so this year I'm like, I am not. Rowan, don't get him wet, okay? Or else he's gonna have to go inside. But yeah, so last year I started my corn from indoors. I started my corn from indoors last year, and it was a lot. It was a lot. They got so big, and it was just. I mean, it was great, but it just got so big. But what I realized is that corn do not need to be started from indoors. You can direct sow them, and they corn grows so fast. Like they grow extremely fast. So this year I'm just gonna direct sow them.
And we have to make it.
Okay, so you're in North Carolina, zone 7B8A. Okay, so did you start your squash from indoors? I don't know if this is your first time starting squash or starting seed, but I promise you, squash grows so fast. And I'm not starting, and that's another plant that I plan to start direct sow as well because it grows so freaking fast. Squash grows really, really, really fast. Like really, really fast. It take up like a lot of space in your house. Ugh. It takes up a lot of space. So I'm not starting I'm not starting any of them from seed this year. I'm just gonna direct sow them. And also last year my squash and my cucumber, the squash did better than the cucumber, but the um the squash did better than the cucumbers, but the bugs definitely got a hold of them.
To Aiden's house.
So my plan is
All the way. All the way. To the right.
so my plan is this year is to
Yes.
direct sow them. I'm gonna direct sow my squash, and my plan is also to start the squash and my cucumbers after July. I might start some
Down here.
in May and see what happens, but I'm just gonna probably do like one or two seeds, and then after like July, I'm going to sow more seeds because squash and cucumbers, they grow so fast. They fruit so fast. They don't have like a long growing time, so I don't mind starting it after July. Because last year my cucumbers, when I tell y'all, they did not do well at all. They grew like luscious leaves. They were beautiful on my trellis, but I didn't get any female flowers. It was all male flowers, and I think the reason was because of the heat. I think the heat caused it to not get any female flowers. That's just my theory, but I do know that a lot of people had issues with their cucumbers last year. So, and then also those squash bugs, they had a time, baby. They had a time. So my plan is this year. My plan is to. What did it limit? My plan is to start after July. All started inside, but I moved all outside. We'll plan in 2 weeks because I am having surgery on April 30th. Oh man. Okay. Well, I pray everything goes well with your surgery. But what's really, I mean, I guess you're in North Carolina, so your temperature, your weather may be different than ours. I'm in zone AB, and the temps over here, like the best time for us to plant in this area is like Mother's Day week
Oh, sorry.
because like the weather is so fickle, and one day is cold and one day is hot. So my plan is to start to transplant in May because man, April is very tricky to plant outside, especially when you're planting like hot weather plants. Like if you're planting like squash and cucumbers and stuff like that, they require the heat. They don't like the cold at all. So like one little frost can literally kill the plant. So it really scares me to even like start. It scares me to like start in April. What is this? Okay. Okay, okay. I hope everything goes well with your surgery, Lynette. I hope everything goes well with your surgery. I hope you get some help Rotator cuff repair surgery. Ooh, okay. I pray everything goes well. If you guys are watching, please go ahead and double tap that screen. Come on, let's go. Join the party. Double tap that screen. Okay. Double tap the screen. Thanks for joining our garden chat today. We're doing some up potting. We're having some garden chat. We're doing some Q&A. You guys have any questions for me? Let me know in the comments. I got these cheap little cups from the dollar store. I got this from the dollar store, and I just put like a hole in it. This is where I take out all my frustration. Yes, Lynette, we'll keep you in our prayers. Praying that everything goes well. You know, I'm really trying to, so there are two things that I really need for my garden. And one of those things is, I want, or let me say what I want. I need it. I want it, but I need it. Like a rain barrel. I need a rain barrel because I would love to collect some of this rain because, man, in July, it was like a drought last year. It was like one major storm and then it didn't rain at all. Like, it was so bad. I don't even think it rained in July last year. It was so bad last year, and watering this garden was a struggle. And if you grow your food in grow bags, you already know they dry out really fast because as soon as you put the water in the grow bag, it is exiting out of the grow bag. So you have to like constantly water it. But one of the tricks that I used was the wine bottles. So you'll see in a lot of my videos, I have like wine bottles in my grow bags, and some of you guys thought I was giving my plants some wine. I was just giving them some water. I was giving them some water, so I use it as like a drip system, so it can directly, so the water could go directly to the roots when it needed it, and that worked out very well. I plan on doing the same thing, but I would really like a water, what is it called? A water barrel, like a rain barrel. I would like a rain barrel or two. Actually, I would like two rain barrels, and then I also need like the, what is it called, like the system, like the wiring system to like water the plants automatically. I don't know why I completely forgot what it's called, but you guys know what I mean. Like those, I don't even know what it's called. Not a drip system, but you know, something along that line. So those are the two things that I really want to get for my garden this year, and it's going to help me a lot with the watering, especially in July when the sun is like at the highest, you know, over here. So that's my goal. Those are the two things that I want. Do you guys have any like wish lists or things that you want for your garden this year, or things that you plan on getting for your garden? If you guys could please go ahead and like the video, I appreciate you. I see quite a few of you watching. Please go ahead and tap that screen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For those of you guys watching in the bushes, how you doing? How you doing? Happy Saturday. Thank you guys for joining me on here today. Thank you guys for joining me on here today. Thanks for spending your Saturday with me. I have a ton of these to do today, so my plan is, since I'm spending some time with y'all, up potting bees. When I let you guys go, I'm probably gonna hop on TikTok and go live over there. I'm wondering if I should go live on TikTok or go live on Instagram. I haven't gone live on Instagram at all. I haven't gone live on Instagram at all. If you guys are not on my Instagram, my page is also called Miss Yancey Network. If you would like to follow me there, also I post a lot of stuff in my stories about, like, you know, my gardening, and I think that's more like on a day-to-day, honestly, about like, you know, what I got going on in my garden. I post a lot of that stuff in my stories on Instagram. So if you guys like to follow me on Instagram, go ahead and hit me a follow. I appreciate that. It's at Miss Yancey Network. No pressure though, because I love my YouTube family. If you prefer being on here with me. And this is your social media, no problem, because I love my YouTube family. I love being on here with y'all, and I love when you guys are talking back to me because it lets me know I'm not talking to myself. I know a lot of you guys are watching and you prefer to watch in the bushes, but thank you to you all that have conversations with me on here. I appreciate you. I'm not gonna lie, I'm definitely one of those people that be watching in the bushes too sometimes when I'm watching some of my favorite YouTubers. Also, can I tell you guys, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I'm almost at 3,000 subscribers. I don't know where it's at right now, but I know it's almost at 3,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you. Like, my goal for this year was to get like 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and it seems like I'm on track. And I appreciate you guys so much for helping me reach that goal. It's just like there's no special reason, for me to reach that goal. It's just that I feel like with what I'm doing, if I do want to work with like brands and stuff like that, I guess it makes me look more attractive, even though I feel like having like a high subscriber count really doesn't matter if you don't have like a community where you guys are engaged with each other. Like, my main concern is having like a built-in community of people that vibe on my vibration, and they like what I do, and we enjoy each other's company. But I guess it makes me look more attractive to brands if I have like a higher follower count or whatever. But I really wanted to tell you guys thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. You're helping me reach my goals. Alright, y'all, I am done, y'all. This thing is so wobbly. This is designed for like bigger cups, but look, y'all, we're done with this one. So we're gonna go ahead and label it, because we label all of our plants. We label all of our plants so that we know what we're growing. Yes, Linda, I really pray that everything goes well with you. And I hope you have like something set up to help you water your garden. Do you have a small garden? Are you gardening like on your patio? Do you have a small garden in your backyard in the house? Like, let us know. And I hope you have somebody to help you water it and keep it, or you have like a watering system, which is what I was saying that I wanted. I need a watering system because it's a lot of work, watering. Like, yeah, going to plants and all that stuff is so great and all, but you like the watering, whew, it's a beast on its own. Especially if you have a ton of stuff to water, and each plant needs adequate water to be able to grow. All right, so we're gonna write bell pepper. Okay, we got our labels. I'm gonna put it in here. And then we're gonna put this with the rest of ours so it can get some sun. The rest of the other ones. Gotta be gentle. Alrighty, on to the next. Thank you guys for being on here with me. Y'all making this go really, really fast and more enjoyable. I can't believe this died. Oh well. Yes? Did you call me? Okay, come. Aiden, can you put water in this for me? Fill it up to the top, okay?
I will.
Thank you.
You turn the water on, I fill the pots. And then you give the pot to mommy. To my mom.
Thanks, guys. My little helpers. Thank you guys for liking the video. Please continue to like the video. Thanks for joining me today. Let me know if you guys have any questions, okay? Let me know if y'all have any questions. I have a video dropping either tomorrow or Monday. I started my tomato seeds. I'm super excited about that. I show you guys the germination process, which is pretty much like the last germination process that I did for my peppers. Lynette said she did the paper towel method, which is a great method. It's a great way to speed up the germination of your peppers or just your plants, period. But the method that I did was, you guys already
It
know.
almost was running out of water, so
It's running out of water?
yes.
Oh no. Thank you, baby.
Please bring the computer chip.
Thank you, guys. Running out of water? That's not good. Let me water my plants really quickly. I love doing this out here. This is so much better. I don't have to worry about the mess. And that's one of the things when you guys are doing this, you want to do it somewhere that you're okay with causing a mess in. Because I was doing this in my house, y'all, because it was too cold for these peppers to be out here. And now the temperature is perfect. And I could be out here and cause all the mess I want with no cares in the world. With no cares in the world. I can cause all the mess I want. If you're just now joining us, let us know where you're watching from in the chat, y'all. All the people that's watching in the bushes, hey, how you doing? How's them bushes? Lynette said my yard man is set up a watering system. That's what I wanted to say was I need a watering system. But my yard man setting up a watering system and is planting it too. Ooh, lucky you, lucky you. I wish I had a yard man. The only yard man I have is my husband. And we do it together. My neighbor is assisting. That is so nice. I love like helpful neighbors. I love that. I love that you have that relationship with your neighbors. My neighbor is assisting me with any help needed in the little backyard garden, planting near and around my deck. Ooh, okay. So like around your deck, are you doing it in like a raised bed or are you doing it in like containers? Do you have like those small little cute raised beds? That's really nice. I'm so happy that you have somebody to help you because gardening is very taxing on the body. I honestly think it's a workout on its own, like for real. The last week I've been so freaking tired, like just even from doing what I'm doing right now can get really tiring, and to be able to have help is so wonderful, especially when you have to do surgery and stuff like that. I'm very happy that you have somebody. That makes me feel really better. Makes me feel much better that you have somebody to help you around the garden. Because I was really worried when you said you had to do surgery. I'm like, oh my God, I hope, and then you're about to plant. So I'm like, I hope you have somebody to help you, keep it together. And then, especially since you're in like 7B, 8A, and you're planting in the next 2 weeks, I hope the weather work out in your favor because with that zone, typically over here, if you're in that zone, the best time to plant is in May, where you know the temperature are consistently 50 degrees and higher. A lot of the mistakes people make is that, they get impatient and want, like when their seedlings start to grow, they get really excited, it looks beautiful, and then they go and plant their seedlings outside prematurely just because 1 week seemed to be great. Like last week, the weather was really great. The weather has been really, really great this past week, but guess what? Next week, they're projecting that our temperatures are going to be 30 degrees, like the low is going to be like 30 degrees. The high is going to be like 40 something. So for hot weather plants, that's pretty cold. And if I had like peppers, tomatoes, or anything like that outside in that kind of temperature, it's going to die. So it's like if you're impatient and because you had like 1 week with 70-degree weather and up, so you start to think like, I could plant outside. Absolutely not. Because you want to make sure that moving on consistently, your low is always 50 degrees and higher. So I pray, I know you're in North Carolina, so I'm hoping that your weather is way better than ours over here, where it will remain consistent all the way into May. all the way into May, but I'm really happy to know that you have someone to help you in the garden. Because, man, it could get really taxing on the body. Really, really taxing. But, y'all, I'm so excited, like, that is garden season again. Like, last year, after garden season last year I was getting peppers into the fall. I was getting peppers all the way going close to December. Even though it was cold, the bell peppers were still trying to come, which is so tragic because I had a ton of bell pepper flowers in November that really wanted to fruit, but it was too cold for them to fruit. So I'm hoping that this year I get a ton of bell peppers earlier rather than later, and I'm probably going to grow about 50 pepper plants. So I'm going to get a ton of bell peppers. Guys, you guys have to go to Rowan's backyard or go to the front with your daddy.
I'm not coming back. Wait, Daddy's sitting in the front.
He's sitting in the front? Thank you guys so much for liking the stream. I'm probably going to let you guys go soon. Let me see where we're at. Oh, okay. I'll let it get to about an hour and a half, and then I'll let y'all go. And then hop on the other. I haven't like mastered the whole going live on multiple platforms at the same time, and I love my people on TikTok. That's where I started from. If you guys are just now joining us, I really started sharing my gardening content on TikTok, and that made me realize that I was like, you know what, even though I'm sharing my gardening content on TikTok, I can't really fully share my garden the way I want to because I'm more of a long form content type of person, and I really truly can't share as much as I would like on TikTok, and that's why I came on YouTube. But I still have like a community on TikTok, and I'm so appreciative to them because they gave me the motivation to even come here and do this with you guys. So I like to go live on there once in a while, you know, because everybody have their preferred social media that they prefer to be on, and I want to be able to reach as much people as I can that, you know, find value in my content. So until I figure out going live on multiple platforms at the same time, I guess I'm just gonna have to be doing it individually. I'm just gonna have to be doing it individually. So after I leave y'all, I'm probably gonna go on TikTok and then on other platforms. But I appreciate y'all for joining me here tonight, or today, not tonight, and helping me up pop my peppers. These look really good, but it seems like the leaves want to start yellowing, and absolutely not. We're about to combat that for sure. Absolutely not. They look too good to be doing all this extra stuff. But yeah, if y'all haven't gotten your soil yet, just to let y'all know, Home Depot is on sale. The last time I went to Costco, they were on sale, and that's when I bought my organic potting mix that I'm using right now to pot my plants. So if you guys want to check it out. Actually, I think after I'm done doing this, I'm gonna go finish editing my video so I can get a video out to you guys tomorrow. Lynette, I love the paper towel method of speeding up the germination of seeds. It works very well. But also I use what I do before I use the paper towel method is I soak my seeds for 24 hours, and then I put it in the paper towel and then let it sit for about 7 days for it to germinate.
Howard, stop
But
playing. Enough.
I only do
Really,
that
we're pranking you. Stop
like for
pranking
things that I feel like are gonna take super long to germinate. Maybe like sometimes with peppers, but I use the method of soaking my seeds in the water for 24 hours, and then I just go ahead and sow it into the soil, into the seed trays. So I skip the whole process of it being in the paper towel, because what it's doing in the paper towel essentially is what it's going to do in the soil for that 7 days after you soak it into the water. So it's all a personal preference, but that method definitely works very well, very very well, very very well. We're almost done with this tray, y'all. I think I have about 4 more of these trays to unpack. I have about 4 more, y'all. I'm probably, after selling some and giving some away, I'm probably going to donate some of these as well after trading some of it. So I'm happy that, even though it's a lot, I'm happy that I do it. I'm going to direct sow a bunch of my seeds. So next week, my goal is to finish cleaning up my garden. I'm going to get my soil and just have everything prepped. So come May, I'm putting everything in the garden. Mother's Day weekend. So my son's birthday is on actual Mother's Day this year. So I won't be doing anything on Mother's Day but relaxing and getting catered to. And then right after that, the day after that, I'm gonna be slaving in the garden, going to work. I will be slaving in the garden. Y'all, we are almost done, y'all. Look, we got these left. This is gonna be trashed. So we're almost done. We are almost done. It's actually starting to get cold out here now because the sun is going down. So I need to check the temp. Once the sun goes down, I'm gonna take the party indoors. When I go live on TikTok, I'm probably gonna do it indoors because I don't want no problems. Because these ceilings do not like the cold whatsoever. These are little babies. And y'all, I don't throw anything away. So after I am done, like once I transplant these into the garden, I am going to save these cups for next year. And then maybe after next year I'll throw it away. But I'm using, like, y'all seen the other cups that I was using for like the bigger plants. It's from last year. I'm not throwing away anything. Also, another great resource for you guys on Facebook is to go in those groups where, you know, like they give away things for free, where you can trade and things like that. And or even in like garden groups, some people, they don't care to save these type of things or care to save like the pots they get from the nursery. You guys can go in there and really ask them, hey, you know, is there anyone that have some pots, you know, based on your area, of course, based on your area, and see who's getting rid of your pots and things like that. And that way you can save, like, you know, it's not that, you know, these things cost a ton of money, but they really do add up. And that's the thing about gardening. It seems like, you know, a lot of things don't cost a lot of money. So you be like, I'll just buy this, I'll just buy that. It doesn't cost a lot of money, but when you get to the register, you see that you be like, oh, wait a minute, when did the price hike up to that? So that's a really great way to save some money. Are you guys growing like any exotic plants this year other than, you know, the same old peppers, tomatoes, squash, cucumbers, corn? You know, other than those things, are you guys growing like any specialty vegetable this year that may be cultural to you, or something that You know, any exotic herbs, any medicinal things? Are you guys growing anything like that? Let me know in the comments if you're growing any exotic plants. All right, y'all. We have done another one. So far we have about, let me see, we have about 4 of them sitting out here. Let's go ahead and label this one. Go ahead and label this. So we're gonna write bell peppers. Bell peppers. I cannot believe tomorrow is already Sunday. Oh my goodness. Rowan? Where's Aiden? Alrighty, y'all. We are done with this one. So I'm about to go.
Yeah, look, I was riding my scooter and I hit both of my arms.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Did Daddy give you a Band-Aid?
No.
Okay, you'll get a Band-Aid later.
I'm here.
Right there, you need to be careful. Stop running on the pavement, okay?
I was not running. I was riding my scooter.
Oh, you was riding your scooter?
Yes.
Okay, please be careful. Eight L. 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 I need my little helpers to give me more water. L. Aiden. Can you fill this up with water, please?
Okay.
Thank you.
Rowan!
All right, so let's go ahead and get more soil. So I got my soil in my wheelbarrow. Let me see how many we got left to up pot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 more to up pot, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. We got about 5 more. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We're gonna pour some worm castings. And what I love about doing this outdoors is the smell of the soil not being trapped in my house. I hate the smell of soil, or these soil, because like I'm out here, I have so many plants to like up pot and things like that, and I hate all the smell of like damp soil. So I love the fact that I'm doing this out here. So what I do is I just mix like enough worm castings with my soil, and then that's what I use to up pot. Then alrighty. Lynette said, prayers over my plants and all is going well thus far. I have small amount. Absolutely, Lynette. I know everything's gonna go well. I know everything's gonna work out. Everything's gonna work out. And that's the thing about gardening is, you know, whether it works, you know, great the first time or not, it's all a learning curve. You know, I'm constantly learning every day. I'm constantly learning every day. I look for every resource I can find. I look for every resource I can find. But that's the fun of gardening, right? It's like, you know, learning. You're learning something new every day, every single day. Just when you think you have it all together, and then there's more, and then there's more. I make it look so easy. That's a compliment. That's a huge compliment. And to be honest with you, everybody, I think anyone can do this. Like, I don't think I'm special, you know, like I honestly think anyone can do this, and I feel like it's really up to you and how much of your time you can dedicate to doing this and the amount of research you need to do it as successfully as you can. And at the end of the day, as long as you're okay with failure, because you are going to have a lot of failure in doing this, and if you're somebody that don't give up easily, this is the perfect hobby for you, because you will have a lot of failure. You'll think you know you got it all together, and then there's something that you may have missed, and it's totally okay, because there's nothing wrong with starting over and trying again, and just chuck it up to, I've learned this lesson, so next year I know, you know, to do it better. So I always tell people, please do not be discouraged, especially during like the growing season. A lot of people are so discouraged once like the bugs start eating their plants and all these pests come out of nowhere and it's like devouring all of the leaves off of their plants. To get extremely discouraged, and I'm like, don't be discouraged. Like, this is all a part of gardening, and just as much as you love your plants, there are other things that love it too. You know, there are other things that love it too and want to eat it. So like, if I could do it, you could totally do it too. And you're doing the right thing by doing your research and, you know, following people that are doing it and that has been doing it, and they have their own, you know, tips and tricks on how to make it successful. And even those people like me, we're still constantly learning. So there are things that we may not, you know, get right altogether, but at the end of the day, it's a part of the journey. That's like everything in life, you know, everything in life comes with a learning curve, and it's not going to be perfect as long as you're not somebody that give up easily and you don't get defeated easily.
No, yes, I am. My mom said. Then ask mommy.
Ask your mommy what.
Run! Run!
But I appreciate that. That's a huge compliment. But I guarantee you, it's definitely, it's not that it's hard, but it's I think gardening is easy. It's just a lot of work. That's it. I think it's a lot of work, and it requires a lot of your time. It requires a lot of your time, but I'm here for you guys. Like, that's why I do things like this. I do things like this to, you know, help you guys with the best of my ability. You know, allow you guys to ask me whatever questions that you may have. Um, and I try to give as much information as possible. I know sometimes I could be a little long-winded, but it's just because I'm trying to give you as much information as possible. I'm somebody that's really big on information. I prefer you giving me a lot of information than none at all. So we got this, y'all. We got this, okay? We got this. We are gonna do the darn thing. And come, let me tell y'all, come, let's say August. Woo, child. Come August, we are going to be prancing around in our garden, okay? We're all gonna have our little baskets in our hands, prancing around. Even if you're on your patio, you're gonna be prancing around your patio, honey. Get a glass of wine, cup of tea, some iced tea, cool, cold water, whatever your thing is. You're gonna be sitting on your patio in your garden and just enjoying all of your hard work. I feel like August is one of the best time for a gardener because literally that's like the ultimate harvest time. That's when your garden is like as luscious as it can be. Like August, September, I feel like it's like the best time in a garden. It's like it makes you not want you. It makes you want the season not to end because everything just looks so amazing. Thank you, Lynette. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yes, man, come August and September. Look, let me tell you, I don't even care if you grow one thing. Come August and September, let me tell you, everybody that you know is gonna want you to grow them something. Because that's how it was for me. Last year was really like my first extremely successful year. My first year was successful as far as tomatoes. Everything else was a failure. Because I had to learn. I still had a lot to learn. It was my first year gardening, and I don't care how much research.
Why did you crash into me?
Are you okay, Ada?
No, don't crash into me.
She didn't mean to, Papa. Go have a seat and sit down for a second, okay? Because you guys are running. You guys are like running to the slide. I don't want you guys running. You're gonna hurt yourself. Sorry, okay? L?
Yeah?
I don't want you guys running. L?
Yes?
L?
Yes, Mommy?
Okay. I don't want you guys running, okay? Please be careful. Sorry, Papa. We're about to go in the house anyway. The sun is going down. We're gonna be going to the house in the next 10 minutes. But yes, y'all. So one of the advice that I would give like a new gardener, like somebody that's just starting to do this, I would say don't start off big. Start off with like 1 to 2 plants. And whatever that 1 to 2 plant is, make sure it's something that you eat. Make sure it's something that you purchase a lot. So if you're somebody that eats a lot of tomatoes, you want to grow tomatoes. If you're somebody that eats peppers, that cook with, if you cook with a lot of peppers or cook with a lot of tomatoes, grow that thing because that may be one of the hardest things that you can possibly grow. So you want to master that. Once you've mastered that, then you can start venturing into other things. Because once you've mastered like that first thing, and the reason why I say 1 to 2 things is because your first time growing food, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes. And that is where you're gonna learn a lot of your lessons from. So you wanna make sure it's not gonna be a very costly lesson. So you wanna not overwhelm yourself.
Yes, mine is tender. I got it.
So you don't want to overwhelm yourself. So you want to grow like, 1 or 2 things, and then just see how it goes. Being outside in the elements, it can get very tempting once you start gardening to want to grow the entire world, and it's just not possible because gardening requires so much of your time, and then each individual plant requires something different. Everything grows differently, and it requires like a different grow pattern. So once you at least have one, you have one down, you know how that's going to go, and then the following year maybe you could add 2 more, and then the following year you keep going up and up and up until you feel comfortable to grow as many as you can. So like that's one of like the advice I typically give people who just starting out. Don't overdo it because you will become overwhelmed, and then you'll start regretting why you did all of this, and because it's exhausting. And if you're somebody that don't have too much time on your hand, this is a very time consuming hobby. So don't overwhelm yourself. Grow 1 or 2 things that you eat. And for me, I only grow things that my family eat. I'm growing things that I don't want to purchase in a grocery store. Like for me, my goal ultimately is the only thing I need to go to the grocery store for is to purchase protein, like a meat product. That's my goal. I don't know how that's gonna work out for me because I don't have a farm.
Make sure all this is blue first.
I don't have a farm, so I don't know how that's gonna work out for me. But that's my goal. Is to grow everything my family eat and try to make sure I don't have to go to the grocery store. Last year, I grew enough tomatoes to where I did not have to buy tomatoes. As a matter of fact,
One that is
April,
tasty.
guys, guys gonna have to go back to Roland's backyard eating because you guys are causing a lot of noise. But I haven't had to buy tomatoes for a year, and I still have tomatoes in my freezer, but I don't have a lot left. Okay, so it has maybe not an entire year, almost a year. So, but I still have some tomatoes in my freezer. It's not a ton left, so I know I probably, if I do happen to use tomatoes again, I will have to go to the store, but not yet. Maybe in June, maybe in June, or maybe sometime in May, I will have to buy tomatoes if I need to. But I've been using my tomatoes that I grew since last year, and that's my goal, including the bell peppers. I didn't get as much as I could have, but I haven't had to buy bell peppers until this month. So imagine growing all of those things and you don't have to, purchase those things. The only reason why you will want to purchase those things is if you want it to be like fresh, just to have like that fresh veggie. But all right, y'all. I'm done with this entire tray. I am about to label it and start getting it ready to go in the house. I need to go to Home Depot and get more of these type of trays. I love these trays. You see how well it's carrying my cups? It's carrying my cups so nicely, and that's where I grew my seeds. L.
Mommy.
I need you to go inside and tell your daddy.
No.
Go inside.
Mommy. No.
Go inside and tell your. Stop screaming. Alrighty. We are all done, y'all. We are all done. Let me try to. I'm about to pack this up, and then I'm gonna let you guys go. But y'all, do y'all see how easy it is to transfer all of this stuff? That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all need to go to Home Depot or Lowe's or any of these nurseries. When I tell y'all, it just make life so much easier. It just make life so much easier to be able to transport everything. I need to buy more lighting. All right. Actually, okay, we're good. We are good here. We're all done, y'all. We're all done. Uppotting, y'all see how easy it is. It's very simple. If you guys want like a direct step-by-step on how to do this, I did a video of me uppotting my peppers, and it gives you like exact step-by-step. I think I did that for you guys today. But if you're just now joining us and you missed the live, you can either restart the live, or you could go to that video that is edited and it has timestamps, so it can make it easier for you to go to exactly the spot that you want, that you missed out on. But we're all good. Our peppers are beautiful. They're about to be happier. The leaves are yellow because they were all sharing the same space, so they didn't have adequate room, and they were competing for the same nutrients. So now that they're each in their own individual cups and they all have their worm castings, they no longer have to compete with another plant for the nutrients. So these leaves are about to turn green again. I just need to put a ton of lighting on them, and it's going to be happy again. They're going to be happy again. So, and some of them may not be Some of them may still die. They might not be happy, but that's okay because that's why we grow a lot. We're able to lose some of them. We have a million more that are very healthy and they're happy. But you know, that's it, y'all. We're all done. We have some more over here that's sitting right there. So let's see if you guys don't have any more questions. Let me come and see these comments really quickly so I can let y'all go. Let's see. Lynette said, loving it, make gardening easy. Oh, okay, I seen that. Oh, B Monique said, I'm still learning. Oh, I already read that. Yes, it does help out. Yes, guys. So that's it, y'all. This is how you up your plants. I'm sure you already know how to do it by this point because I've been doing it with you guys on live for the past couple of weeks. Every chance that I do get to be able to up pot, I do it. The reason why a lot of these are struggling is because I just haven't had the time to finish up potting them. So whenever I do have the chance to up pot them, I like to go live and just have garden chat with you all, have a Q&A if you guys have any questions. And I also love to share with you guys any tips and tricks to help your plants grow, as well as if there is something for y'all to know, like Home Depot is on sale and their soil is on sale. So if you shop at Home Depot, hurry and go get your soil because I went there today to take my kids to the not the gardening workshop, to take them to the building workshop that they do once a month for the children. And I seen so many people out there with like loads and loads of soil. Their mulch is on sale as well. So people are getting them by like the stack. I've seen so many people like huge stack of soil and mulch and things like that. So I wanted to make sure I come on here and tell my family, tell you guys that all of those things are on sale. So if you got the chance, hurry up and go grab what you want. That's if you shop there. For me personally, as this particular soil, I get it from Costco because I think it's a bang for your buck. It's a bigger bag. It's a 50 gallon. Is it 50 gallon or is it 50 liter? I can't remember, but it's 50. 50 what is it? 50 something bag. It's a really big. It's bigger than the bags at Home Depot, and it's $11.99. And I just like Costco. I wish they had way better soil than Miracle Grow because Miracle Grow is not my favorite soil to grow food. But this particular Miracle Grow brand, it's the organic moisture control potting mix with compost. This is what I'm using to up pot my plants. I don't mind it. It's light and airy. It does have wood chips, but it's not a lot. And so my plants are liking it so far. As far as the in-ground soil, the topsoil and things like that, I won't be purchasing that at all to use in my garden. I will actually be going on Facebook Marketplace and getting and finding somebody that sell them by the bulk, by the cubic feet, and I will be purchasing some leaf compost as well as this time around I will also be purchasing some mushroom compost, and I'll be getting topsoil. All of that from Facebook Marketplace from those people that have it, that sell it by the cubic feet. So I'll be purchasing that from them because it comes in bulk, it's cheaper, and the quality is way better. So that's where I'll be getting my soil from. But if you are somebody who get it from the store because you don't need as much soil as I do, those are the places that you could go. I would say go to Costco first, check them out. But just so y'all know, Home Depot is on sale, and I saw people scattering up in that place and buying tons of it. So, but all right, y'all. That's all I got for the people in the house. Thank you guys for being on here with me tonight. Thanks for watching. Please go ahead and like the stream. B Monique said, enjoyed you. I enjoyed you too. First of all, thanks for commenting. Thanks for joining the conversation in the chat. I love when you guys help each other out. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for giving words of encouragement to our girl Lynette, praying for you and that everything works out with your surgery as well with your gardening. Oh, Maureen said, what is the mulch used for? So mulch is used for helping. First of all, it looks pretty. Number one, when you after you plant your things and after you plant your plants and you put it on top, it looks pretty. But it also helps with weeds. So if you're somebody who is growing food in a raised bed, or I wouldn't put mulch in a raised bed, but if you were growing food like in ground, mulch is something to consider because it keeps the weeds, like the grass and things like that, from coming up. It helps suppress the weeds. So a lot of people use that for in their flower beds. Uh, so those are some of the things mulch is used for. I don't think you would need it, Lynette, but I do know that some people, they mulch with, people that grow in their bags, they mulch with like straw. Straw is an alternative to like the wood chip mulch. So if you want to mulch, I would say use like the straw mulch. I didn't mulch anything last year but my flower beds. So actually, I put mulch around my what's the thing called, my grapes. I put mulch around my grapes, and I did that. Also, mulch helps keep the soil moist. Especially during the summertime, it helps keep it for it not to dry out as fast. So it just, because the mulch is like really thick, like it's like a thick layer of wood chips or whatever it is, straw, whatever it is you're using. It helps keep your soil moist. It keep it for it not to dry out too fast. Like I said, I didn't mulch at all last year. I'll think about it this year since I'm growing in a grow bag. Maybe it's going to help me out in the grow bag because grow bags dry out really fast. I'll think about it. I don't know. It's not a priority for me because either way my food grew. But definitely I put mulch in my flower beds and around like my fruit trees and things like that. But thank you guys. I really have fun with y'all today. Thank you so much. Thanks for liking the stream. Once again, I hope you learned something. I hope you grow something, sow something, grow something. Don't forget the gardening group that's on Facebook. It's my gardening group. It's called Sow Something, Grow Something, Miss Yancey Network Gardening. Actually, it's Sow Something, Grow Something, Miss Yancey Gardening Network. So if the link is not working for you guys in the chat, if you type it into Facebook, that's what it's called. Sow Something, Grow Something, Miss Yancey Gardening Network. That's where we're at. If we're not on here or we're not on any of the socials, I'm on Instagram at Miss Yancey Network. I am on TikTok at Miss Yancey Network and Gardening. I also have other TikTok that has Miss Yancey Network, but you'll find me mostly on Miss Yancey Network Gardening. So all of the above. Follow me on all of the above, or you can just stay here and we'll have a good time because this is my favorite platform. Oh yay, Maureen found it. I'm so happy you found it, Maureen. Don't forget to post your seedlings, whatever questions you have posted in there. There should be people in there that can help out as well. I would love to see your gardens. I would love to see whatever it is you're growing, your seed, your seedlings. Just post it all, okay? That's our little community. Apart from YouTube, that's our little garden community just for us to conversate and talk about our garden. And we have questions or whatever the case may be, share whatever you have, okay? Introduce yourself, tell us what zone you're in. But I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you so much. Let's see how long. I've been on here for over 100 minutes. Fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted, was 100 minutes. So thank you guys for being on here with me today. I hope y'all had a wonderful time, and I hope y'all have a great weekend. Remember, you're exactly where you're meant to be in this moment. Happy gardening. Love y'all. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Let me go ahead and take all of my plants in the house because it's starting to get cold out here and they do not like the cold at all. So I need to hurry up and take them out of here. All right, bye you guys. See you later.